Hey guys, this is Puda Being with Mother's Gems, here to give you your weekly reading for July 1st through the 7th. That is July 1st through the 7th of 2019. I asked you to pick 3 cards, 1, 2, or 3, or you can pick more than 1. You can pick all 3 and receive the whole reading. It is up to you. If you would like a full reading from me, I do intuitive tarot readings and love readings on mothersgems.com. Under tarot readings, you can book me and you can see my prices and things like that. Alright, so without further ado, we're going to begin with card number 1. The card we have is the King of Pentacles reverse. The King of Pentacles reverse. So when you see the King of Pentacles reverse, it's calling you to remind you that wealth isn't everything, that you should not associate who you are as a person, your character with what it is that you do. Associating yourself with material things makes you disconnect with your core, your morals, your soul purpose, your spirit. So when we focus so much on the materialistic things or how we look or things that are fleeting, we tend to lose sight over the things that matter the most value, and we often can struggle with creating our own foundations because we're too busy chasing materialistic things and materialistic gains. So this is calling for us to remind ourselves that we must get down to our spiritual core selves and know that even though we chasing this money or these goals, that it isn't everything and it doesn't define our character and who we are. Also, in terms of love, if you're looking for someone, if someone new is coming into your life, they may come into your life, but they may not have a lot of money at first. They may be on their way up. They may be just starting a business. They may be, just getting themselves back on their feet. So it's a reminder of being mindful and open-minded of new love that comes in. A lot of times we have preconceived notions. We want somebody to have big bills, spending cash, but you might also sometimes meet somebody on their grind up. And you have to think about yourself. When you're grinding up, you want people to accept you for who you are right now before the success and fame. So you're going to meet someone who is ambitious. You're going to meet someone who is driven and has purpose, but they may not have a lot of money right now at this time, but they're working on it. Stay woke. All right. The next card, the second card, we have another Pentacles. This is the 10 of Pentacles in reverse. Now this one goes in correlation to the first card. This is a card that reminds us that we may have all the riches in the world, but we need to get back to ourselves and horn into ourselves and make sure that we're covering the basis and foundation of our financial obligations. Because normally when you see the 10 of Pentacles right side up, that means everything is coming into fruition, like you're at your financial peak, that you are excelling in the most positive possible way. Now when you see the 10 of Pentacles in reverse, this is calling you to go back and make sure you go over every little detail, make sure the foundation is good, make sure your habits are well, bills are paid, debts are under control and things like that, because it's an upside down turn, or there may be a turn within your finances, so that you may need to hold on to your money a bit. Don't make any risky decisions. Don't fall for scammers. Don't fall for it sounds about right. This is also a card if you were looking for to hear from that new job or that new opportunity, you might not get it. So it's time to continue the search, continue your prayers, your all of that, because that just might not be the route for you. And remember, everything happens for a reason when it comes to the things that we need to secure for our lives. So when you see the 10 of Pentacles in reverse, this is calling us to reevaluate our relationship with money, to reevaluate our foundations and handling of our finances and the goings and comings of it, so that we can take care of the needs of our financial needs, so that we can continue to survive in our daily lives, especially with Mercury coming into retrograde within the next few days. We need to be mindful of our money, because if you're ruled by Mercury at all, this is Geminis. Geminis and Virgos are ruled by Mercury, so this is going to be a peak time where things are going to seem out of whack and ruckus. So please attune to your finances and the foundation of them, so that you can be successful moving forward through the retrograde and therefore after. Stay woke. All right, the third card The third card is a Two of Swords in reverse. When you see the Two of Swords in reverse, this is a card that's saying that there's decisions that need to be made, that you know that needs to be made for the benefit of you, but there is a stalemate. You have been moving. This is a card of being stagnant and not making the necessary moves that you need to make so that you can get out of what seems like a bind, a crossroads within your life. The sooner that you come to this conclusion and make the decisions and choices that you need to make, the more freedom and release you'll have on your soul and system. So this can mean your finance, your love, or whatever it is, a decision that you know you've been dragging your feet on. Is that time to make that decision, because making no decision is just as harmful as being afraid of choosing the right or wrong one. So having a stalemate is not good. It is imperative. Stay woke. Make those decisions so you can stop feeling stagnant, so you can feel motivated to move forward. This is saying that you're the cause for the reason why you're feeling this way. You need to get to the bottom of things and compromise with the pleasures of life so that you can live a fruitful. Now for the total reading of this all, we're going to do all three cards at once, with the Ten of Pentacles in reverse, the King of Pentacles in reverse, the Ten of Pentacles in reverse, and the Two of Swords in reverse. This is saying like now is the time to get a hold of your finances and command change for yourself. Because there's no change that's going to happen by just wishing that it's going to happen. That you have to place value in yourself and not other things, and make sure the things that you're chasing and seeking are worth it. Meaning they bring value to your life or your future. You have to safeguard and protect your future self, no matter if that's tomorrow, the next day, next week, or next month. That you need to get a hold of your relationship with finance so that you can be most successful and fruitful. A lot of us do not have financial freedom because we do not have a good relationship or understanding of money. So if this is causing you to seek out financial help, to get another job, that can alleviate some of that financial burden, do so. But the job that you may want may not be what you get, but this is something that you need so that you can get back on your feet. It's time to work harder, sleep less, so that you can reach that financial release, so you don't have to be stressed and worry about where the next check's coming from, living paycheck to paycheck. This starts with the understanding and appreciation of yourself, your worth, and then understanding why is it that you have these relationships and shortcomings when it comes to your finances and things like that. Because if you don't make a decision about it, it's going to remain upside down and feeling like there's turmoil, and you won't have that Ten of Pentacles right side up. The key is to have these Pentacle cards right side up, that you're living in the basket of your success, but you don't hold value on material things, but you do have a stable financial grounding for yourself. So you need to go ahead and make those decisions that you are holding off on because you might slightly be low on money, but you have to make these small sacrifices so that you can have a better future. Stay woke. You need to, whether it's get that credit score looked at, get credit education, get things reevaluated so that you can have freedom. You are not free if you are enslaved to your finances. So this goal and this message is for your financial freedom. And again, if you meet someone new, they may be in a foundation building phase themselves. They may be starting to get their feet off the ground, and you have to respect that, because you need to be doing that too, even in your highest. You always need to go back and reevaluate your finances so that you can continue to go forward and not be a slave to this government shit. Stay woke. All right. This is Puda Bing again with Mother's Gems. If you would like a full reading, you can go on mothersgems.com. You'll be able to see it in the links associated with these posts. If you have any questions for me, let me know. I'm always here. Stay woke.